If you have a slouching posture that makes your movement stiff and limited, you still would look old in the eyes of other people, even if you are actually younger than what people think. Do you feel old because of your bad posture? Or do you feel ugly because your posture is making you look older than your age? You see, whatever you do with your face and your look, putting makeup or maybe plastic surgery, if you have a slouching posture that makes your movement stiff and limited, you still would look old in the eyes of other people, even if you are actually younger than what people think. If this is you, then you are on the right channel. If this is your first time, click the subscribe button and the bell for update notification. Expect that I will walk you through with several videos to improve and restore your own ideal posture. Since this topic is not a quick fix, neither a short term. You always want your result to be long term, right? So what are the most common factors that influence your posture based on our current fast-paced society? Simply no other than your digital lifestyle. From industrialized to technological generation, your body had been in the process of evolution. More people are spending hours behind a monitor or a computer screen that you unconsciously thought you could tolerate over time. Yes, your body seems to be proficiently and continuously adapting and adjusting to compensate the effect of gravity while you put yourself in a state of constant hypokinesia, but everybody knows it is not working. Your body is not made to be sitting still for long hours. To make the situation worse, sitting is actually conducive to slouching, rounded shoulder, and forward head posture. A postural alignment that you don't want in the first place. So, what can be done to restore your ideal postural alignment? Posture as an unconscious choice. You have to keep in mind that beside being genetically inflexible, before your posture begin to change progressively over time, the cause and effect is actually more complicated than what you think. Interestingly, it is also evolving, and it is not just all about aging, as most people thought. First and foremost, posture is your own unique created image that your body chooses to nurture over time that have profound impact in the way you stand and move. Your day-to-day emotions that you favor to express can unconsciously or consciously manifest to how you hold your posture that leads to muscle behavior and could turn to everyday habits. A good example is how your body retracts when under stress and how you stand tall when you feel proud, and confident. Growing may be challenging as well. If you are young and tallest in your class, you feel different and intimidated, causing you to slouch and level with your friends. Female teenager could also shy away and round their shoulder because of sudden body changes in their body, like their chest. Personality type that you develop plays a lot in what posture you have right now. So it is not just behavior, but the overall image created through the years should be considered when your posture is concerned. What is an ideal posture? Consider your ideal posture not as how you look, but how you function during your everyday life. Bodily structure differences from one subject to another could have conflicting ideal choice. Relying only on how you look can be deceiving, and likewise a very short-term effect. You can conclude then that there's no such thing as a perfect posture. For this topic, you will base the ideal posture to how the pull of gravity interact with the postural muscles during your own daily lifestyle demand. Postural muscles is generally related to your ongoing biological aging process as well, since studies shows a decrease in muscular efficiency primarily to these muscles specifically. Yes and yes, we are going to talk about aging. If positive result is what you are looking for, then your baseline should be measurable. You are not here for self-pity mindset. You are to improve and attain an acceptable biological aging. The attitude of forgetting about your age is absolutely not an effective way to improve the quality of your lifestyle. Just thinking and looking young is actually BS. Same when you want to be rich. You can't get rich by just being positive. Positive thinking would not move you forward. You have to act and do something productive to be successful. And most of all, consistency. To conclude, beside for the obvious forward pull of the gravity that reinforces your slouching posture, moving forward to a technological lifestyle made a major difference to the ongoing postural changes that has more or less a common complaints to musculoskeletal disorder cases nowadays. So basically, how will an ideal posture look like? And generally, how can you check your posture? The most easiest way is by lying down flat on your back. Ideally, you should feel comfortable without any pillow. This is not about how you need to position yourself at night while you're sleeping. Sleeping position is an exception to this topic. We are more concerned on how you run your whole physical system after that 7 to 9 hours of sleep. The current alignment of your body and the status of your postural muscles with the least involvement of gravity. This would evaluate how much muscular or skeletal dysfunction on common areas of your body that you develop throughout your lives. So let's get started. Realize that if you can just lie flat on your back without any discomfort, even if you stay for 30 minutes, which I don't suggest if you have a history of back pain. So ideally, lying down should be comfortable for you. You can use an exercise mat that is thicker and more cushioned than the regular type if you are too sensitive to hard floor, which is unacceptable reason. Beside this subjective assessment, you could check and use simple measurable objective by using your hand. Slide it under your lower back, or you can ask somebody to do this for you. Your open and flat hand should be just brushing against your lower back as you do this. The further the lower back from your hand, or the more you feel your spine tendency to arch away from the ground, the higher chances that you have a poor posture. Again, with exception to structural differences, this may not be accurate, and that is why I said higher chances or a high risk of poor posture. Do the same thing with your neck. The curve of your cervical spine should be neutral, like your lower back. If the neck is arching more than it's neutral and your chin is pointing straight up, neck then is too tight. Probably you have a forward head posture. You will also notice that the point of your nose will be towards your head. Ideally, your eyes should be naturally looking directly straight up, not above your head. Another way to assess your posture is using a wall. This is a more actual position of the body with gravity acting on to your postural muscles for readiness to anticipated movement or to keep you upright. You could say that better standing postural alignment is your goal compared to the lying down position when your postural muscle is not much participating. So while standing, move your back against a wall. The wall will serve as a guide to relearn how you properly balance and be in harmony with the pull of gravity. Your buttocks and upper back will be in contact with the wall. Back of your feet is less than 6 inches away from the wall. Your feet is slightly wider than your shoulder and knees slightly bended. Your lower back should also be able to be near the wall. Use your hand to measure how far are you from the wall. Alignment would be more tricky. Ideally, the back of your head should be able to touch the wall without any problem of the neck. The curve of the cervical spine should be close to the wall or just enough for your hand to slide behind it. Your body should be able to stock one on top of the other, with the eyes still directed and looking straight forward. In case your head doesn't feel comfortable to touch the wall, find the right position that works for you. Then use your hand to estimate how far is the back of your head from the wall that makes you feel natural. Your comfortable experience with the wall as a guide will serve as your starting point to improve your posture. The wall serves and measure how you are carrying your body. And the wall also serves to guide you your center of gravity, which for most people have deviated away, causing poor alignment. With your acceptable and current posture held in place, step forward and experience the sensation of being close to your center. For most people, this is very awkward sensation since your nervous system currently does not recognize the adjustment that you created just now. No need to worry. What is important is how well you are able to distinguish the difference between your postural alignment you made with the wall and your current poor posture. What is the ideal standing posture look like? If weight bearing is kept balanced on both feet, ideally the point of the knees should be pointing forward. Feet is hip width apart with second toe following the direction of the point of your knees. Knees are slightly bent to support the weight of the body. Only the thumb and the index finger should be seen in the front of the body and not the whole hand or the other fingers. The chest is out and up with the shoulder back. There is a slight squeeze of the shoulder blade and the arms are hanging relaxed on your side. Your chin is gently down and forward with eyes looking straight. As you walk and move, the knees are directly pointing to the direction of your path. Feet lands on the ground smoothly and with control. Weight bearing is balanced as you continue to shuffle and stroll. Arm swings mostly on your side. Hips rotates freely against the shoulder motion. Head is supported on top of your shoulder. And shoulder supported by your shoulder blades is on top of your hip. The whole torso is balancing on top of your hip throughout your walking motion. So there you go. In order for you to improve your postural alignment seriously, it is an absolute necessary to know what exactly an ideal posture look like in your mind and how it feels as you get closer to your center and be in harmony with gravity. A balanced body means less effort coming from your postural muscle that works to keep you upright and on your feet. The more sensible your body to where you put your body weight, the more likely you improve your kinesthetic sense of balance.